led astray and lied to. I don't think there's anyone that hates it more than I do. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like I'm alone and no one knows the things I know. There's nobody to talk to and there's nowhere I can go. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We the sheeple, hear no, see no, and speak no evil. We get lied to so much, it seems normal to be deceitful. We'll never be treated equal, and I wanna know why. Rich people start all the wars, but only poor people die. Just take a look, it's so easy to see the system is rigged by degenerate pigs targeting our innocent kids. They start programming you just as soon as you exit the womb. Now money is your god,
you must obey and consume.
Always practice conformity, stay within the majority. Never think for yourself and do not question authority. Man, I still can't even believe this is the way that they have us. I'm taking my chances, I have to try and wake up the masses. Can't get away from the madness, but still I'm trying my best. And as long as I'm still alive, I will fight till the death. Because we cannot let this be the end. It's now or never, sink or swim. The time has come for the great awakening.
Never sleep again.
Every single day we're being led astray and lied to. I don't think there's anyone that hates it more than I do. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like I'm alone and no one knows the things I know. There's nobody to talk to and there's nowhere I can go. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Listen, I woke up with a fever today. Sick of the fact people believe everything that this evil media say. Morality has been deleted away. Zionist heathens display that they're the predators who see us as prey. Transparency is what they need to purvey. They even have us thinking that eating a fruit that has no seed is okay. Victims of greed and impeded by hate. The glaring question is, how can we get to God if Satan's leading the way? Ravenous witches, scientists with moral character glitches, preparing malicious conditions and sick narrative switches. The elite is wearing his privilege as he battles for riches, while the lower classes carry out the establishment's wishes. The portrayal of their intentions is unfair and fictitious, acting suspicious. Undercover agents snapping your pictures, suggestive messages embedded in the movies to trick us. Music and advertisement slickness plus remixture of scriptures. Come on.
Every single day we're being led astray and lied to. I don't think there's anyone that hates it more than I do. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like I'm alone and no one knows the things I know. There's nobody to talk to and there's nowhere I can go. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
It's 2019, but it feels more like 1984. Our rights are fading away, every day they're taking more. It's time to stand and take action, what are we waiting for? They're waging war on humanity, this we can't ignore. My brain is sore from all the lies that they constantly feed us. Elitists that follow the phoenix can swallow a penis. And we're not gonna stop until we know all of your secrets. The Bible says in our final days our knowledge increases. That is exactly what's happening now on this challenging road that we're traveling down. We have to get rowdy, we have to get loud and keep spreading the truth and just pass it around. You work like a slave and you live in a loop. They're turning your sky into chemical soup. I'm always watching these videos, often like Richie from Boston, to give me the scoop. Waking the world up, dispensing the truth like a doctor that's handing out red pills to everyone. What in the world are they spraying up there in the air? It's aluminum, lithium, barium. Nobody notices, nobody cares. Everyone's greedy and nobody shares. I wanna help you, you'll be in my prayers. But now we must separate wheat from the tares.
Every single day we're being led astray and lied to. I don't think there's anyone that hates it more than I do. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like I'm alone and no one knows the things I know. There's nobody to talk to and there's nowhere I can go. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Hoping
the resistance and I'm not giving in. Breaking the paradigm everybody's living in. No more spinning on a ball, that shit was just pretend. And I'm not gonna say it is just for the sake of fitting in. The truth is different to people because illusions vary. The truth is hidden, the truth is missing, the truth is buried. The truth is beautiful, truth is ugly, the truth is scary. That's why telling the truth is revolutionary. The truth is something that these people just will not provide. That's why they gotta keep sheeple completely occupied. Now our food and our fruits and veggies are modified. And that's what happens when common sense is just not applied. They govern your minds, that's why it's called governmental. Everything that comes out of their mouth is utter dribble. And we just sit here every day, it's always uneventful. That's why I'm out here causing ruckus, man, that's what I'm into. Defiant, remaining non-compliant. No, I'm not staying quiet, never remaining silent. Doing everything that I can just to create a riot. I want the truth and I'll do whatever it takes to find it. You have to be asleep to have the American dream. There's bloodlines and they seem to think there's a supreme. Democrats and Republicans are sharing the scene. It's no different than the WWE. Everybody's an actor and the world is a stage. We're just some slaves never knowing the world is a cage. They got us worrying about chasing fortune and fame. They train us to ignore these things and it's more than just strange. But I won't do this anymore, man, I'm taking control. If you don't do it for yourself, no one's saving your soul. It's better that you make it whole than they'll make it a whole. Ripping it, tearing it, twisting and taking it slow. I've never been the type of guy that would tolerate ghouls. They try to take us and brainwash us in all of their schools. They're lying to us every day while we're watching the news. But I refuse to lose and no, I won't follow the rules. Forever I'm defiant, remaining non-compliant. No, I'm not staying quiet, never remaining silent. Doing everything that I can just to create a riot. I want the truth and I'll do whatever it takes to find it. I want you to know my life's been ruined. Since your vids, I started viewing. What once was a mountain or a hill is now a melted building that giants built. An ancient civilization from long ago. An X-Factor event with heat from below. Geologists should be fired, she would spout, before her taser would spark out loud. Then she would say with such glee, if it were up to me, I would keep my zone jackwagon free. All I know is it makes me sick, 'cause everywhere I look, I see muffed up red brick. I hope you know this was all in jest. Love you, Jen. You're the best.
Boom, baby. Say it. Boom, baby. Boom, baby. What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. I got my other brother from another mother, Shapu, with me tonight, as usual. Thank you, Shapu.
Yes, thanks for inviting me again, Jen.
Absolutely. We got a lot of stuff to cover that we didn't get to last stream. So we have a bunch of stuff lined up for you guys. And I've been working hard today. Just kind of trying to get myself together for this show. I've been scrubbing my cabinets. Like I was telling you before the show, I'm getting ready to paint my cabinets tomorrow. So I had to do a lot of scrubbing today and cleaning and everything because it's kitchen cabinets. So, they tend to get greasy in certain spots sometimes. It's just a lot of work. Hey, Mom, my mom's here. There she is right there. What's up, Mama? I'm getting ready to paint the kitchen cabinets. And Shari says shampoo.
Yeah, I'm here.
Is this a new name? I don't recognize Shari Ives. That's a new one. Yeah, welcome.
Never seen it.
I love seeing the new names. A lot of people have been coming over from Spartan Red's channel. A lot of my people have been going over to Spartan Red's channel, and a lot of people have been finding other people talking about this topic, which is awesome. I don't force anybody to talk about this topic. For me, it is just as important as flat Earth and the Mandela effect. I think it's, right up there with them. It's not any less important. These are all things that we should have always known our whole lives. This is the secret knowledge that's been kept from us all this time. And now that we're in the time that we are in, which seems to be the apocalypse or the revealing, all is being revealed. And it's not just the Mandela effect and flat Earth. It's everything that encompasses us all the way around everywhere. And it's truly amazing to see this stuff with new eyes. When you get to flat Earth and Mandela effect, you almost feel like, well, I'm awake. I got everything. Okay, I don't know what else could possibly top the Mandela effect, And then you start taking that mudslide down hills and stuff and going into the mud flood stuff. And before you know it, it dumps you right out at melted buildings, because I don't see how you could not come. And I was a mud flooder in the beginning. I'm into the topic. I watched researchers talk about it. But in the end result, I think the mud flood could be a direct result of the X factor. I mean, if you have building ash, look at Sodom and Gomorrah. You add water to the mix. I mean, you're practically going to have a cement-like substance probably once it hardens. Yeah. And that flowing into different areas, because this X Factor event, this God's judgment, or whatever you want to call it, this cyclical event that may take place, seems to take place everywhere, not just in isolated areas. Now, there are areas that don't seem to get as much damage, or at least have more pockets of survival than others. Think of, say, lightning. When it hits something and branches out, well, where it's branching out at, that middle part that it's not hitting isn't going to have as much damage as where it's branching out to, and in between every one of those little branches. So I think this is how, with the grid frying and the heat coming up from underneath and stuff, it would be more intense in different locations. Also, depending upon the circuitry in that location, meaning the obelisk, the towers, the pyramids, this type of stuff, and how badly it would be affected during the course of an X Factor event, if it's all set up the way we surmise that it is, being a grid system type free energy plane of existence, all based off the Tesla coil, pretty much. Anyway, what's going on with you, Shabu?
No, not much. It's all good. Now the power's back on here, but not everywhere. A lot of places still have missing power and power lines broken.
So, what I would love for you to do is, because you said, how many days ago was this tornado that rolled through here? Like 3 days ago?
2 days.
Yeah, you should bring up the pictures to show everybody. That one tree was huge that broke. I couldn't believe how big it was.
Yeah, there's so many places. This is just someone that shared these pictures, but I've heard so many people that had these broken trees everywhere. And even today I went to my friend's house, and he works at a farmland, and where he works, nothing got hit, but the neighbor next door, his barn is all torn off.
God, it sounds like you live in Kansas or something.
Exactly, yes. and he lost like cattle and everything. It's crazy.
Now, let's be clear. You said that you barely ever, I mean, this is like unheard of type of weather for your area, but ever since 2019, you've been experiencing this?
Yeah. There we have been experiencing tornadoes every summer since then. It's crazy.
That is
And
crazy.
a funny thing that I went to my friend's house, like I said, and his girlfriend is not even a shooter or anything, and she said, "Man, all these tornadoes it must have something to do with these 5G towers that they are putting up everywhere, you know." And maybe I don't know. Maybe they're playing with the atmosphere with these
Yeah.
towers.
I've never felt like tornadoes are a natural occurring thing. I just don't see, I always felt like there was just something else nefarious going on with tornadoes. Then you get on the weather warfare and this type of stuff, and how that would very, very easily they could create a tornado. It's almost as easy as creating a volcano. And they want to be like the Most High. Lucifer is the prince of the air. A tornado is made up of air. It sucks up all this material and destroys everything around it. It just never seemed like a natural occurring thing to me. And we were just talking about maybe the next X Factor event may involve intense winds instead of intense heat or intense water. It may be winds. And also, after we got off that last show, I thought of Constantine. If you look at the movie Constantine with Keanu Reeves, when he is in hell looks really windy. Everything's just blowing around and muffed up, and it's like a heat wave, but the wave of heat is like a wind and stuff. So I thought that's what popped into my head after that stream. So I wanted to bring it up this time. But
Yeah, but it happened the next day after the stream that we talked about. It was crazy.
It's so crazy. So
But
crazy.
that day I went. I had like to help. I went to help my friend put up his backyard pool, and when we finished, it started raining, and it just got crazy. The wind got crazy and everything.
It seems like your world's about to end. It's insane what happens. It's like, what is doing this? Like, what's going on here? And I've noticed too, I'm sure a lot of other people have, when the sun is passing over, a lot of times there's this, it's like this right before the sun goes down or goes over and passes away from you, there's this big wind that comes with it as well. And then once the sun passes, or you say the sun sets, the winds all die down. Wouldn't that be interesting too? Because I've noticed that a lot, especially over the summer months.
Yeah,
Hey, Juan.
Yeah, it could make some kind of vortex behind the movement. I don't know.
Do you want to bring up those pictures so we can show people the damage in your area? We could do that. Hey, Queen of Swords, what's up? Welcome. Brian Stapley's in the house. Welcome, Brian. Dare I say, a student of Meltology? You're here, you must be. That's what we teach here.
Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, you're talking about this one. Yeah. You see it?
Yeah, let me make it big. There we go. Yeah, that's a big tree right there. Look at that thing. Snapped it like a twig.
Oh yeah, many of those trees broke. With the wind was just crazy. Just so I was in the car when it happened, and the car was shaking, and even the thunder made the car like shook like crazy.
I mean, this is terrifying either way you slice it, but for an area that's not used to this kind of stuff, it's got to be 1,000 times more terrifying, because it's like, what is happening?
We don't expect this kind of winds to hit us, No, but
wow.
Like I said, since 1918, 1919, 2019, sorry, that we had this crazy storm every year. But
wow.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
that tree on the lawn like that. One year we had a bad hurricane in Florida and the tree fell over right on my husband's truck. And then we traded it in just the way it was, all dented up and smashed up. We took it right in and traded it in. They took it too.
Oh, well, the trucks are sold. They do not really lose value, you know, these trucks. Yeah.
Is this your video?
No, that's just that's a news video from, but it's like a compilation of people's videos.
Yep.
Can just the woman just screaming because she's stuck in the
Look, she's terrified.
yeah.
I mean, anybody would be terrified, but especially people who are not used to these type of weather events in their area at all. You know?
Yeah.
It's like the end of the world or something.
Yeah, because we had to stop on the side of the road because we couldn't see anymore, and there was so much water in the streets that the other cars just throwed waves.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
Wow.
it was just crazy.
Oh, here it comes! Holy crap!
People in eastern Ontario and western Quebec were ambushed by a sudden and violent storm yesterday.
Yeah, they were ambushed, all right.
Oh yeah, it came fast, you know. It was gray all over, and then
the damage it left behind is devastating. Hundreds of homes and buildings have been damaged. Some were completely wiped.
Yeah, even today,
it touched down first.
Like you can see, I live like right around.
Can you mute her for a second?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah. So I live like just right here in this area.
Oh.
You know, it passed through right.
So it went right over the river over to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Crazy. And you would think those mountains right there would have, you know, dissipated it or something. This is why I usually don't get them too much around my area because I'm surrounded by mountains. Mountains of melted buildings, that is.
No, it's really flat around our area, but on the back side of it, it's all mountain. But they got hit hard too. So
sure did.
Yeah, it was a wide range, you know, for a storm. Usually tornadoes are not that wide range, but it was crazy. Really special.
Now look at that kid. He's got a monster hat on, right? We know that M doesn't mean monster. It means 666.
Oh yeah.
People are sucking Satan's cock all day long, and they don't even know it.
No. I never drink any of that stuff. It's just
Yeah, I never touched. I've never even. The smell of that stuff makes me sick. My husband's son used to drink it. He'd crack it open, and I'd almost puke as soon as he'd open it. I'd be like, "Get that shit away from me!"
Yeah, it's full of taurine. You know, they call it taurine too. It's it's their sign. Yeah. So this is the devastation of the small storm, but they call it like the biggest storm that we ever had here.
It's crazy damage, man. People, it's just incredible how 1 minute your life's intact and the next minute it's blown all over the neighborhood. You know, it's just crazy.
Yeah,
was there loss of life? Did they talk about any missing people or anything like that during this?
Yeah, I think there are a couple of people died with the trees falling on their cars and stuff. That's all I heard, but should have a lot of devastation everywhere because most of them people don't have electricity. Even today, it's been 2 days, and so they don't have communication or internet or anything.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a while before they get their stuff back up. Those lines were mangled.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting in Europe, all their power lines are underground. So you don't see any poles or anything like that. I don't know why they didn't do that here, since it would have been incredibly easy for them to do it. I mean, you think it would have took a lot more time and everything erecting these poles and stringing up all these lights. They could have just dug a hole, a ditch, and put it all underground, running the streets and stuff.
Exactly.
Or Europe's using free energy. That's why we can't see their power lines.
They already had all these channels on the ground. And here we couldn't have them, because there was no people before.
Yeah, that's what they want us to believe. Yes, prayers for those families. Yes, Juan, I agree 100%. 100%. All right, guys. So the title of the show tonight is Starlight 1933. And I'm sure everybody's just very curious about what that's all about. I was on Mudflood Tartaria Facebook page and I saw a post about this. So I decided to look it up myself and check it out. And sure enough, it's a thing. We're going to get into it right now. Go over here to screen share. And let's check this out because I had no idea about any of this. All right, so you can see this here?
It's loading. Now I see it. Okay.
So is the comment still on the screen? I got to get this comment off the screen first, I think. Hold on. Let me go back to StreamYard. I want to get the comment off the screen before we start. Do this. All right, hopefully it goes away. There you go. Okay. All right, so we are in the Windy City, Chicago, 1933. This is actually the World's Fair. Notice how bland and just not amazing at all it looks compared to the 1893 World's Fair that was here in Chicago that was absolutely otherworldly looking. This looks very dull and just futuristic. What do they call that? Art Deco-y kind of brutalist architecture. This is what we have here. It's just disgusting, really. It's not beautiful at all. So the World's Fair moment, the star that connected 1893 and 1933. And we're going to look at this here. Let's read this little article here. It says, Starlight beam will open the fair. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. Get nice and big for everybody. It says, a beam of light that left the star Arcturus. Just take note of how Arcturus is spelt with Arcturus. About the time of the World Columbian Expedition of 1893 will set in motion the wheels of the 1933 World's Fair at Chicago. It says, upon the star, approximately 41 light years away, will be trained the great 40-inch telescope of the Yerkes Observatory at Williams Bay. I imagine that means Wisconsin. At the proper moment, the image of the star will be allowed to fall upon a photoelectric cell or electric eye at the end of the telescope. This will produce an electric impulse that will be amplified and carried over land wires to Chicago, where it will open the expedition by switching on lights, says Popular Science Monthly. A preliminary demonstration showing how the feat would be accomplished was recently staged at the American Museum of Natural History in New York.
Wow.
How about that, guys? They're using supposedly the starlight beam of light from Arcturus through a telescope down to a photoelectric cell or electric eye that will turn on the fair lights and all the machinery in the fair and everything to run. It's just, I never even heard of this before, ever. Now, I'm not saying it's a Mandela effect or anything like that, but I have never heard of this before. So there's that. Okay, it says, the big worry for the fair opening night was whether clouds would block Yerkes Observatory view of Arcturus. To circumvent this possibility, 3 other observatories were enlisted to contribute signals from the star. Harvard College Observatory in Cambridge. I'm sorry, go ahead. Were you going to say something?
No, I just was saying what?
The Allegheny Observatory in the University of Pittsburgh and the University of Illinois Observatory in Urbana. The opening ceremony, just after 9 o'clock on the evening of May 27th, 1933, saw over 30,000 people in attendance in the open-air court of the Hall of Science, while twice that number could hear the ceremony on loudspeakers scattered throughout the grounds. And hundreds of thousands throughout the country listened to the broadcast on major radio networks. After some introductory remarks about the stellar characteristics of Arcturus photoelectric cell, the importance of enriching the mind and the pioneer spirit of America, the observatories were called upon to send their impulses from Arcturus over Western Union telegraph lines to a giant 60-foot broad board of switches and relays mounted on the rostrum. In moments, the fair's lights vanished in the night. The astonished crowd applauded wildly and roared their approval. Yay! The fact that a few photons that had traveled 40 years from the distant star brought this spectacle was a true miracle of progress. So I have to tell you guys, one thing this is definitely done in 1933 was reinforce what they're trying to enforce to begin with, which is space, and that things are light years away. So there's that. And space and all this started getting taught just like history and archaeology and jackwagon geology all at the same time, the mid to late 1800s. So this is supposed to get Chipo.
You can see where these observatories are on this map. This is what they show there.
Yes, right here.
So it goes in a straight line from this point to this point. So where's the curvature of the?
That's a good question. So they're saying that the light from 1893, they're kind of like promoting it in a way, like the light from 1893 is the light that they're using in 1933 to light, because they say, well, it takes 41 light years for the light to reach us or something like that, or all these astronomical stuff, the same as geologists do it. They're hundreds of thousands of years. But I just thought that was really interesting. I haven't heard many other people talk about this. So I found the thread very interesting and wanted to share it with you guys. I didn't want to open up the Facebook page itself and everything because I've been having issues with Facebook and StreamYard at the same time. But I did look it up, and this is the information that I got on it. There's other articles you can read as well, but I am going to drop this one into the chat so you guys can look at it at your own leisure and maybe even go further into other articles if you don't like this one. Maybe there'll be another one that this one will lead you to. Hopefully that's not too long of a link, because it's a really long link for this. Let me see if it's not going to work. Oh, wait, there it is. Is that it?
Yeah, I think it worked.
Okay, good. Because to me, it looked like it was going to be too big of a link to go.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, good. Anyway, from that article, you can go to different other articles and stuff. But that was one that I wanted to share with you guys. So from there, I just wanted to show you guys this real quick. These are the Meltology shirts, and I have pinned in the chat here my Cash App and my PayPal. So if anybody's interested in a Meltology t-shirt, you can look at the donation box below for the details of what you'll need to do to get one of these shirts. You can either get Meltology 101 or Meltology with the definition, which is the one my son here has on in the center, or like Shapu has here, Meltology 101. And the details for that, like I said, are in the description box. But moving along here, and all donations are greatly appreciated, guys. Just $40 or more. It's just my way of giving back and saying thank you. And, I always appreciate a picture of the person in the shirt so I can share it and show you guys. Okay, so I want to go over here to to this site here. Let's go over here to Yandex for a minute. Have a little looky here at Yandex. I have up here Crowley Lake columns. A while ago, I did a video on this, probably about 3 channels ago. I had a Crowley Lake video up that I had done on these columns. And they're pretty interesting. If you haven't seen them yet, it's Crowley Lake, California, Crowley columns.
Didn't you
Shampoo.
Didn't you mirror the video from my channel on yours? Maybe
I probably did. Yeah.
I think so.
Yes, and these things, I was looking up what the jackwagon geologists have to say about them. You're going to get a kick out of that. I mean, just look at this. They look like stacked pillars to me.
Yeah.
And there is video of people walking around inside this stuff. The pictures, they don't show too many interior shots. Just look at this. And this one here, just look at it. So we're going to see what the jackwagon geologists have to say about this place in just a minute. But and this is a vast place. It's not a small location. It's pretty vast. Shapu, do you have the link to your video for these?
Oh, I could bring it up, yeah.
Yes, bring up the link that you made for the video, and let's drop that in the chat as well, guys. Look at the pillars sticking out here. Let's just look at them. They want you to think that these are natural formations. I'm going to read you what they have to say about this stuff. Oh yeah, and we're gonna pay attention to the verbiage or the lingo or whatever. If you don't like that terminology, somebody's getting on my ass the other day. Verbiage isn't a word. A lot of people love to nitpick stuff. Okay, here's one of the ins, kind of like almost in a little bit, but you can see how the columns go in and they go back. There's all kinds of caves up in here and stuff. I can't see the chat right now, guys. Just look at it. Looks like every other melted building we looked at with columns. Look at how perfect they are. Here's one here. Look. Hold on. Let me scroll in a little down this one here. Look at this. All right. I gotta go down a little bit more. Hold on. Here's looking up in one. Crowley columns. Crowley Lake. Did you get the link, Shapu?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Look at this part here. I'm not sure if that's part of it, that one here. Okay, look.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't think that's it. That's a different place.
Yeah, but it looks
Now,
like
let me click on this and see what it says on the description. Because sometimes other pictures will get in what your search is. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, scroll a little on it. It's Los Angeles Aqueduct, Crowley Lake. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Let's see here. So that's their aqueduct, but this isn't the columns that we're looking at here. This is their aqueduct system. The columns are something different on the other side of the lake, I guess it would be. I'll have to see if I can get out of this site here real quick. Okay, so we're going to go over here. So the mystery of Crowley Lake columns are solved. So they've solved the mystery, guys. It's solved. There's nothing to see here. Since 2015, they've had it solved. Okay. After California's Crowley Lake Reservoir was completed in 1941, strange column-like formations were spotted on the water body's eastern shore. The rising gray and stony cylinders have cracked rings around them at intervals of about 1 foot and have inspired comparisons to what? A Moorish temple. Yes,
Really?
not other natural formations. No, it's comparison to a building. Just saying. Okay. Okay, did you drop your link in there?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so Shapu's video for the Crowley columns is in the chat, guys. Make sure you click on that and save it for later. With those sort of descriptions out there, it's not surprising that theories on the origins of the columns have been similarly wide-ranging. Some believe they were just portions of the rock, as luck would have it, were eroded away to form the perfect rising spirals and arches. Others believe the columns had a connection to the area's volcanic past.
Oh, yeah.
It's either that or it's always a volcano involved. Okay, to get to the question, geologists, come on, geologists at the University of California, Berkeley, set out to investigate. Oh my gosh, we got geologists on the scene. The problem will be solved. Okay, using a slew of different methods and equipment, including X-ray analysis and electron microscopes applied to samples of the columns, the researchers have found there are tiny spaces throughout them. Oh my gosh, thank you for letting us know there's tiny spaces throughout them. We really appreciate it. Let's see what else they have to say. Okay, they are cemented into place by materials that are resistant to erosion and appear to be related to large volcanic explosion that took place, when? 760,000 years ago. Are you kidding me? Right? We have to put on our hundreds of thousands of years for the explanation. Now let's read this line again. They are cemented into place by materials that are resistant to erosion and appear to be related to a large volcanic explosion. Really, what large volcanic explosion are you actually talking about? They don't really say. They just say that it appears to be related to a volcanic explosion that took place, about 760,000 years ago. Scientists say that the blast was more than 2,000 times larger than the eruption of, Mount St. Helens, and created the Long Valley caldera that holds the Crowley Reservoir today. Okay, let's scroll down a little here. Gee, what is this? A windbreaker right here? I don't know. Somebody stacked some stuff up because it must be really windy up here. Just saying. Either that or we're on Mauna Loa. Okay. In describing the formation of the columns, researchers believe that falling snow melted on top of the tough rock deposits left after the eruption. This still heated porous material caused the melted snow to boil, which created the even spaces between the columns that exist today. Oh God, thank you, jackwagon geologist, for explaining that to me. I just would have never figured it out any other way. Now let's see what they say here. Estimates hold that there are up to 5,000 of the columns within a 2 to 3 square mile area. 5,000 columns within 2 to 3 square miles area of the east coast of Crowley Lake. They appear in clusters of varying shapes and sizes. Some are gray and as straight as poles, while others are reddish orange and bent or tilting. There are also still buried columns that would look like fossils to an untrained eye. Really?
So some of them still have the brick in them.
Probably, yeah.
Reddish orange.
So that's the end of the article. They pretty much just leave it right there for you, right? This is all they have to say. They believe. Researchers, which I assume is their Berkeley scientists, geologists, believe that the falling snow melted on top of the tough rock deposits after an eruption. They don't know. They believe it. Okay? There's a difference. Now I'm going to ask Google something right here. Okay? Let's just ask Google something right here. How much does it cost to become a geologist?
Great sample resume. A master's degree program may result in a Master of Science in Applied Geology or a Master of Science in Geology degree, takes a total of 2 to 4 years to earn, and comes at a cost of between $8,000 and $30,000 per year on average, depending on the school.
Hey, y'all need to get your money back. Sorry, I had to turn my phone off. Y'all need to get your money back, Mr. California, University of California, Berkeley. I believe that the snow fell on top and melted and boiled and caused these columns. Okay, jackwagon geologists should be fired immediately, if not sooner, I say. I mean, same with the space science, because, you know, there is no space. So what are they studying? What are they paying all that money for?
Yeah.
I just don't know. I just don't know. Okay, so I do have something on Facebook that I want to show, and I'm really hoping it works for me, because it's something that Steve sent me. Steve Fennerin. I know you're in the chat, buddy. How you doing? We talked for a while earlier, and I'm really hoping that this comes up for me. Let's see if it does. We'll see. Like I said, it never wants to play nice, these two. I have to let it load. Let me turn my fan around here for a second. Having a hot flash. All right, here we go. Let me scroll down a little. Okay, so he sent me this. Let me go to click on this real quick. This is from Deborah the Red Brick Chick. I think she posted this. Oh, where did it go? Okay. Oh, shit. I see what you got there. That's that castle, Satan's castle. And we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. But I wanted to go back to what Deb had up here. Geez, I have to scroll all the way down again. A lot of these caves are being, you know, things are classified as caves, and yet you can see red brick everywhere, or at least melted brick everywhere in these caves. And I find it interesting that more and more people are noticing them, and especially in images and videos and stuff. We try to get to these places ourselves. I had just did a boots on the ground exploration, but, you know, there's a lot of places in the world we can't get to. So, you know, we have to rely on these videos and these exploration things and to see this stuff. If I can get it to load, we'll look at it. All right, here it is here. Okay, so it says underground waterfall German mine. Okay, so they're saying this is a mine. Look at this. I mean, clearly that's brick. That's melted brick. But what are they going to say? That somebody came in and just bricked all this up just to mine, like this type of stuff? I mean, this is, and then there's a waterfall right there. And always in these mines and these caves, they're always flowing with water because these are buildings. That's why it comes right out of the rock. Okay. And there was another one here I wanted to show, the Crowley column. I got that. What were you going to say, Chapeau?
No, you could see exactly the like the arch, the brick arch on behind. I don't know how they explain.
Yes, this right here.
There, yeah.
All this is melted brick right
here. Yeah. Jinx.
Oh, I hear her. Hey, Jinx, what's up?
She got scared.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to get out of my screen share. I hope everybody was equally as fascinated as I was with all that information. But I'm going to let you take over from here, Chapeau. I showed all my stuff that I have.
That's all you got.
That's all I got. Keeping it real. First of all, I also have my Jackwagon Free Zone shirt on today.
What's the other stuff that you sent me? Like the
oh yeah, we got to look at that video.
video.
I went exploring with Jeremy, like I said the other day, and my camera ran out of storage space, so he let me film this one part with his camera. Jeremy, if you're still listening, again, thank you so much. I meant to show this on the last show, but I didn't get a chance, so we're gonna look at it now. We don't need to have volume on because I could just say what it is. Because I want to pause it, I think.
All right. And what about the 2 other videos?
Yeah, we'll look at them too.
Because I didn't prepare anything like I
Oh no,
said.
you're good. You're good. I'm going to say hi to the chat real quick. So you all ready to go?
Yeah, when you are.
Okay. All right, let me say hi real quick. I'm going to scroll back up here. I have 48 people here. We got Tangents, Heather, Juan, Nay's here, Fruit Kisses in the house, Jim Malone, Brian Stavely, Rob the Truth, whoop whoop, D-Man. Who else we got? DJ, I know DJ's in the house. Glyph, I don't know who Glyph is. Ann Goiner is here. What's up, Ann? Haven't seen you in a minute. Steve Fennerin is in the house. What's up? Okay. All right. So we're going to screen share and check out this video from the melted building known as Mount Chiha.
You see it?
Yeah. All right, guys. So what I'm focusing on here is the mortar lines. If you pause it, let me see here. You can go back a tiny bit and pause it.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I should have said it a little quicker. Just a little. All right. So at the top left-hand corner of this, you can see 2 mortar lines running parallel right there. Yes, they're paralleling each other, and they're always usually the same space apart. Jeremy from I Want to Know More was with me. He is witness to these parallel running lines. Now, those ones are more spread out, but for the most part, they're usually about 5 to 6 inches apart from each other, running parallel.
Yeah.
And you're going to see a lot more of them. I just wanted to make sure everybody saw those 2 up there real quick, but we can play on now.
Yeah, you can see him running all over.
Yeah, it was this whole thing was crazy. So you can still see the mortar lines running all through this thing.
Yeah.
And then as I pan over, you'll see other stuff too. There's 2 right there. And you can see how it's squishing out. That's the code I'm motioning to, that this was squishing out. Again, the mortar line's right there. Yeah, this is clearly a wall that was melted over. It could start, and it looked like it was leaning over and crushed down on itself. This is at Mount Chiha in Alabama. That's Cheaha.
Yeah, the mortar squishing out is just crazy. But you can see it everywhere on this rock.
Yeah, everywhere. It's all over Mount Chiha. Everywhere you go, everywhere you look, even the rocks on the ground have them. So yeah, but the video is just kind of playing over now. I know it's a really short clip, but I didn't get to show it last week, so I wanted to make sure we showed that one. So we can go to the next one.
Next one, like these ones?
Yeah. Okay, so does this say that this was a cave or a mine? I forget what the title said.
Well, I can't read. I think it's in Polish or something.
Okay, all right. I forget if this one's a mine or a cave, guys, but we're going to take a look at this. This was pretty interesting. It's about a 5-minute video. We can pause through it and stuff. Shapu, feel free to pause it when you see stuff too.
Do you need a sound? No sound?
No, we don't need sound.
You can see right here on the right already. Okay, it's just an intro.
Okay, this looks like slate. They call it slate now. This is when the brick is so cooked out that it looks like they call them like a slate mine or a slate material. It's the interior of a building. It's always got crystal clear water in them. Always. All right, let's stop it right there. We'll go back a tiny bit, and you're going to see that stacked up brick that's all cooked out. Just as he's walking in. Right there. Same as we see everywhere. Every other cave and mine we go in. We always see this everywhere.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're mining. They seem like they're bricking more than mining.
Why are they building rooms in those caves while mining, you know? Oh, yeah, we need a wall here.
Yeah, we need support. Like your little wall's going to make a difference in this. Anne says the geologists need to live in a cave until they wise up.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch this whole thing because I would just kind of skim through it. But look at this. Look at all this stuff. Look at how the right angles, guys. What's going on here?
What is this tax? Oh.
You know how long it would take people to stack up? This is like stacked like the catacombs in France, okay? What is going on here?
What?
Everything's perfect right angles, all these little things. All right, let's go back a tiny bit. A tiny bit. You're going to see that long piece with mortar lines in it. We just went over it right there. Look at that.
Yeah.
Go back a tiny bit more. Same parallel running border lines as I find all over Mount Shiha right there. Pay attention to this stone as we're coming up to it, guys. You're going to see the running parallel lines right there. Look at that.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, you had it, though. I mean,
Yeah, I had it.
they saw it. I'm sure they'll see it.
Yeah.
Yep, right there. You see it all over Mount Shiha, guys. And there it is there. Nothing to see here, just a wall. And a perfectly, right angled thing here. Look at that brick on the ceiling. Did you see that? That arch is a brick arch. Follow that wall. Look right there. See it? Yeah. How are you explaining that? I mean, come on. Wow.
It's just crazy.
All right. Well, looks like we're going rafting now. Into the crystal clear water that just happens to be in a cave/mine, which has perfectly straight walls. It's just crazy. I love this kind of stuff. These people are dedicated.
Yeah, when you love to do it, you just go for it.
It seems to be freezing cold where they're at, too, because you always see the breath coming out of their mouths. You know that water's cold and stuff, but, man, they go. They just keep going, these guys.
This melted mess.
Here's another room. Large room. Look at that wall. Look at it. Just look at it, guys. Wow.
You can see like what he's walking on. You know, it looks like just one piece all fused together. What's that?
I don't know. It's a floating brick. But look at the mortar lines on that wall. Yes. Look at that. Hey, Jim, are you leaving? Thank you. I love you for coming. Caves, caverns, yeah.
Later, Jim. Yeah, it's so flat, this wall, the left one.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it was mined or carved out in any kind of way by mining materials and stuff like that. I just I don't see that. So I sent you one more video after this one's over, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to look at the next. And the next one I didn't get a chance to look at. We're going to look at it together, guys. It just seemed to have some interest for me. So I figured, fuck it, we'll just do it on the show and check it out.
Yeah, here it's called Former Underground Chambers.
Right. Now, I don't know what kind of chambers or who made these chambers or what they have to say about them. That's pretty much what we got in the description, but we're going to see what we got here. Oh, boy. We may have looked at this one before. Look at the multi-levels, guys. Look at this. People just say, oh, you're just watching somebody going through tunnels. No, this is multi-level. Look at this. It's upstairs, downstairs, next door, all kinds of stuff. Oh, what do we have down here? More water? Imagine that.
Did you see the side of this hole? When you zoom in, you can see like look at all the lines. Yeah.
I see it. Yep. These would have been like arched brick. I think, the arched brick, the columns and the arches and stuff like you see in the star forts. That's what that reminded me of.
Yes.
Crystal clear, beautiful water, guys, all over the place in these things. Everyone I show you practically, even DeSoto Caverns where I go around here. Perfect crystal clear water coming out of the rock.
Yeah, it's always fresh water, ready to drink. So pure. Oh, the Naik has wants to go on a field trip with you.
Yeah, well, look at this.
Oh, you can see now. You can see.
I have something in the works, Nay. I'm bouncing around some ideas.
Look at this side here.
Yeah, they're like, oh, well, they just put this in for this chamber hole here so nobody trips and falls into it by accident.
Yeah, even down here, where it's fused.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that one's blocked off, that one. Very interesting. It doesn't look mined to me, though. Like, it's...
Well, no, John, there's no pickaxe mark.
There's nothing.
So they can't say there's a pickaxe marks.
So I was watching, let's pause it for a second. This reminded me of something. I was watching The Curse of Oak Island, okay? And at one point they went to France to check out some ancient Templar church place, right? And it's got these huge block walls, which to me looks like, I don't know, cooked out brick that went block. But there's these carvings in them, right? and they're not real deep. They're maybe a couple of centimeters, but it's carved into it. You can see somebody made some type of a cross-looking thing and everything like that. Now, supposedly these Templars were being held prisoner at this part of this Templar church or something, right? So the guy says to him, well, if they were being held prisoner, how did they carve this stuff? And you know what this jackwagon historian said as his answer?
What it
Well, they used their teeth and their nails.
is. Really?
Are you fucking kidding me? Now our teeth and our nails can carve rock?
Oh,
I mean, it's ridiculous. Even the guy kind of looked at him funny, like, huh? Are you kidding me? I mean, well, if you're a prisoner, you're not going to have something sharp that's going to carve stuff, right?
yeah.
I mean, why waste your time carving it when you can be escaping with this sharp object that you have? I know they use their teeth and their nails and, you know, whatever, the animal bones from whatever snacks we gave them, you know, chicken legs and stuff.
Yeah.
I just wanted to throw that out there. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah. Sanzi was just making stuff up on the spot, you know.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that people say, oh, I'm crazy for seeing and saying the stuff that I say. And it's like, wait a minute, this is on national TV and people are buying this fucking historical lie?
Oh, yeah, they say the craziest shit.
Yeah. All right. Oh. Wow. These multi-levels really get me. I mean, how could they possibly have mined up there and left all these? This kind of reminds me of the Crowley columns, you know?
Yeah.
Look at those mortar lines. That was probably a brick floor. Let's go back to that. Oh, there we go. Look, right there, guys. That could have been a brick floor right there, or part of a brick wall that's sloped over now.
Yeah. Where? Oh, okay. I was wondering where's the water coming from, but it comes from there.
It just comes out everywhere. Look, just coming out of the wall, guys. Right fucking there. You're telling me there wasn't a pipe there at one time? Or maybe there's partial piping still in that wall? I don't know, but look at it. It's water pouring out of a rock. with what looks like mortar lines and brick all around it. I mean, let's just see if he zooms in on this at all. Because that's brick all around it. Look at it. Let's pause it right now. Yeah, just look at the material all around this hole here where the water's coming out. I see mortar lines and melted brick everywhere.
Oh, yeah. That's a big melted mess.
Yep. All right. That's a good shot right there with the water coming out.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing this place, but
it's always worth seeing again.
Oh, yes. Remember the place I was showing you, like in Italy, like the houses all close together with levels and down levels and upper levels, but it's the same thing as this, but just bigger scale, you know.
Absolutely. Look at this. It's reminiscent of Cappadocia and Derinkuyu, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, like the holes that they showed earlier, like that go down and they just grilled them up.
That just dropped down to another level, probably because it was cooked out more in that spot or something, or it could have been an entranceway to that level. Go back a little. There was a wall there.
The wall, yes, exactly.
Yeah, we got another wall here, guys. Signs of civilization. This proves they were down here mining because there's a wall here. Who else would put this wall here?
And it looks like it's all fused together. No motor, yeah.
Oh, God, Rob has us on big screen. All the better to see you with. Meltology on the big screen.
Oh, wow.
Geologists, let's pause it for a second. Geologists are and there's another wall coming up there, by the way. But yeah, so geologists basically describe what things are now. Okay. Prior to the X Factor event, everything was something else. Where geologists really get it wrong is when they try to explain what this stuff is. Not just like, and now they're labeling this quartz crystal and this slate and this agate and this is dolomite and this is granite. Okay, yeah, it all turned into that stuff, but it was something else prior to the heat event. And what they do is to describe what these things are and how they got here is put hundreds of millions of years onto it and tectonic plates and pressures to explain away their sedimentary layers and this type of stuff like that. Geology is good for figuring out the chemical components and different aspects of the materials we have around us now, but they're lacking in explaining what they were and where they came from and how they came to be. Sure, it's good to know that something's granite and what you can use it for and what capabilities it has as far as your building goes, or dolomite or onyx or all these other materials, marble and everything. That has to be labeled now. And I get that because these things are this is what they are now, but prior to the X Factor, they were something else because heat, temperature dictates the state of matter. And these things were cooked into other materials. They're something else now. But where the big lie comes from is how they got here and what they actually are. So they're like, well, it took hundreds of thousands of years or hundreds of millions of years for all this to deposit and layer on top of each other. And then there was water that formed and weather erosion. And this is how we have these caves and caverns and stalactites and all this junk. You know what I mean? And that's where they screw up because they got it all wrong as far as I can tell. What do you think, Shapu?
Well, I think it's they think they know it all because when they go in to study this stuff, the books that they use tell them that's what it is. So they have to follow these first rules of the first book that the first geologists from the Vatican made, So they have to follow all of this and just repeat the lies. And when you pay $40,000 a year for it, you better repeat it. So
look, just like the people who go to school for space careers, people who go to school for geology and put all this money out and invest all their time into this don't want to hear that they're living a lie. Look at how many dentists out there found out that fluoride was one big freaking lie. And now a lot of dentists are starting to come out and not promote it and stuff like that now. So, so at some point, you got to wake up to the truth. But let's continue on with this wall that's ahead of us here. Oh, yeah, they kind of passed over it. But, yeah, we were able to see it there.
Yeah. You had to cut it because there's no explanation for it. I cut
There's another one?
Yeah. They don't film it. Why?
I don't know why.
They cut it every time. Yeah, I remember seeing it. And the flooring, like you said, on the other one is always flat.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when you walk between buildings,
Yep.
Look at this. It could have been a wall and an arch.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. But we know that it is.
So La Young says that she thinks a lot of the caves are the internals of giants.
Well,
and that's okay. If that's what you see and that's what you feel, then that's fine. What I see, at least here in the places that I show, is brick. Like right here. Let's pause it there. That looks like a staircase going up there that's melted. Let me get the comment off the screen real quick. I remember this video. See these right angles, these squares going? It looks like it was either a wall that's caved and melted over or stairs. Let's just back it up a little and show when he comes up on this because he pans up it and you can get a better look at it. Yeah. See, like right there, you can see a right angle. All right. Here it comes. All right. Let's stop it right there. So right on the bottom part of the screen, you see a brick outline, right angle right there. Yes, Chapeau. And then going all the way up like there's stairs, you know, twisting around.
Oh yeah, yeah, yes, yes.
And then on the wall to the right, you can see the brick pattern.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we'll continue.
As long as you question everything that they show you, but
go back a tiny bit.
You got to question even what she's saying because she has no proof. She only repeats.
Okay, let's stop right there. So off to the left, you can see the mortar line right there, the white mortar line, and the brick layers right there. I just wanted to point that out real quick. One thing we can agree on is that these things that they are telling us are caves, caverns, mountains, and stuff are not what they've told us. Whether we disagree on what exactly they are, one thing we can agree on is that they're not what they are telling us, what they are teaching us, what they're teaching our children. It's not what they've said, just like the globe. It's not what they said. So that we can agree on.
Yeah.
But, yeah. All right. I think that's pretty much towards the end of it there.
Yeah, I think so.
And we can get into whatever you got lined up, Chapeau.
I didn't prepare much. I wanted to show the new Breakthrough channel last time. I could, but you came back just at
Yes,
at the
absolutely.
Same.
Let's show that.
I don't know which one we could show. These three, I didn't look at it. Yeah.
Now this is a girl, you said? Her channel?
Yeah, Breakthrough. And LeeAnn in the chat, she posted many pictures on Melted Brick University.
Oh, great. Can we share this channel in the chat here real quick?
Yes, sure.
All right, guys, check it out.
She just made her channel like last week or 3.
And this is mostly stuff in her area, right?
Yes.
This is her boots on the ground stuff. I love this.
Yeah, in Ontario, Canada.
Awesome.
And she found a lot of this interesting place, but only on this creek. She goes along her creek, and she found a really interesting. We can show like
all right.
Just and her commentary are really good too.
I'm convinced more than ever that these are justified brick buildings.
Oh yeah, you have to mute out.
Those have been around for years.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, I did watch one of these videos. I do remember this because she was saying that she used to walk all the time along here and never noticed it before. But, you know, now with the new eyes, she sees all this stuff.
Yes.
Oh, look at this brick just laying around. Look at this thing.
Oh, yeah, she found everywhere.
Nice.
Or area, but look at this. Well, it's a pain in the ass having to mute every time, but as she said, all of this, you can see that she finds like bricks in between these blocks.
Oh yeah.
And all of these rocks, bubble, popcorn bricks, they're all
they call those cobblestones.
Yeah, they call it cobblestone, but they all fused in the melt. She can't like pull one up because it's
melted in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like Pompeii.
Yep, exactly. And it's pretty interesting stuff because she found like if she goes like up in the upper region of this creek, you can see that it's all bricks.
This is a man-made canal. Just like we see in Europe, all over France, all those man-made canals in Germany and everything. It's the same here. Look at this.
Look at this here, you know, the transition of it.
Oh yeah, that's really good evidence.
And you will see that she will find a brick. You see, like, it comes back to blocks.
Yep.
On the other side.
Even underneath all that, there where it's exposed. Look at that. The brick.
Right here.
Yep.
Against some kind of wall, right where her finger is.
Right.
And everybody goes out to her channel. She said she got a lot of video coming up.
Wow.
Okay.
I want to show another one of her videos when you're done this one. You pick another one too.
Yeah, I'll just go past. Look and see. Look.
Oh yeah, it's just popping out right there. Look at that.
Piece of a brick left. And here, look, you can see exactly that it's brick inside.
Oh yeah. That's what a lot of people don't understand, is that once you get past some of this exterior stuff, there's more brick on the inside.
But you can see like the half of the brick is like melted and turned into a rock. Right here.
Yep.
And as she goes and further down. Where is the other place? Maybe, yeah, on the other video, this one. And you can see she goes all around this wall and she found another brick like stuck in the middle.
Wow. I want everybody to start looking for mortar lines. And once you see them, you're never going to unsee them, and you're going to see them everywhere, guys. Oh, there's another one.
Again, she goes around. Look.
Hey, that one's cooked.
Yep.
That's a cooked brick right there. I love it. Oh, wait. You're just walking around, picking up random stuff, and look, there's a brick. Just like on the shore of your lake that you showed, Chappu, with all the bricks.
Exactly. Bricks everywhere, and there was, in the history, there was never houses right on the shoreline, so they can't explain where all the bricks came from.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll go through her video really fast because all of her video are pretty.
Hey, Melanie, are you late?
Oh,
I'm just
Melanie.
seeing you now. You must be. You're an hour and 24 minutes late, girl.
The third one was the best one. Is it the third one? No, not this one. On the second one, maybe. Yeah, the second one. Then now she explained that they don't look at this heel.
It looks like it's terracing up.
Yeah. But this is like a park, a section of a park, but they don't clean up this section.
Huh.
You know?
Look at all the brick up there.
Yeah.
Guys, we aren't making this shit up. It's right there, okay? It's right there. Yes, Melanie, you are pretty tardy, but you're more pretty than tardy. So there's that.
So this
Wow.
is what she was speaking of. You can see here, they have these cages and with these kind of bricks, but here it's on the ground. this type of cage.
Huh?
Yeah, and they say that it holds like the wall, but it's really hard to tell when it was made, because she shows at some spot that the bricks inside of this cage are all rocks, and some are bricks and some are not, and it's really like they would say, it's baffling.
Wow. Very interesting.
Yeah, I'll go. You can see, like, look how straight they are. You can see like how straight and bricky.
Oh yeah.
It's all of this, but when you will see that she goes further on, it's all turned to rocks. They all like chunks of rocks.
Yeah, just like it reminds me of the comparison photo of Jagger Cave and that other site that I had you do the comparison with, where it's brick and then it turns into like janky rock and then dirt and then brick again.
No pipe.
What? Look at this thing. Wow.
And there's other spots.
There's probably a whole structure under there.
Oh yeah. Let's see, is it in this one? She's still there. Look, inside of these cages. Look.
It's brick.
Yeah.
Very interesting how they're trying to keep this wall up with this thing.
And she laughs because there's not even space to put a brick, inside. So you have to like cut it all and rebuild it.
Right.
Here, look at this side. It's all rocky,
Yeah, that side got hit a lot worse than the other side.
Yeah. So what's she trying to explain? And she goes, look at the bottom part. You can see like brick rocks in transition.
Exactly. So, people are like, well, I don't understand how this brick could be just like a random rock outside, but we've shown it over and over again.
Yeah.
These things get cooked out. They get all muffed up. They get tore up along the way, and they just wind up looking at like a regular rock.
Yes.
Now, who's going to build their wall with janky rock and then perfect brick and perfect other square-looking stone, but then janky rock again? I mean, come on. If you can get the brick and the right angles right, why would you continue on with muffed up stone? You just ran out. Yeah, this whole thing's covered over, and there's probably all kinds of tunnels and stuff.
Yeah, they should be good. Just another brick.
Just another brick in the mud. That's a cooked one right there.
Yeah. But I want to show you like the other section of this place. But the explanation, she really good. She really gets it.
I am so grateful that she gets it. And so many people are starting to get it now. And
look, it turned rocks.
Look at that.
All the mortar.
All amalgamated together.
Yeah. And she tried to lift it, but it's all fused in one piece.
Wow. So many people around the plane are starting to get it, starting to wake up, starting to make videos. You guys, you can't stop truth. It's coming. We're just steamrolling our way right over his story and Jackwagon Geologist, because you can't stop the truth. There's too much of it now.
There's this one. Oh, sorry. Now I found it. Wasn't looking at the right one.
She's like me with the finger. I always got my finger in the camera pointing somewhere. My mom always says, "There's that finger again."
Yeah, she showed like underwater the spots. Look how fused all these pebbles are all fused together.
Oh yeah, I see it. The heat's coming up from the bottom. The bottom's going to cook the longest as the heat is rising up through the interiors of these buildings and walls.
But look.
Oh, wow.
This is the same here.
Wow. Yeah, that's all cooked out. That got hit really hard.
Oh, yeah. And she walks all over it. You can see it now. It's only small pieces of this one. Look.
Oh, yeah. And nobody's maintaining this or nothing. It's like they're not trying to keep it up or anything, or it's just.
Look, the terracing.
How hot? Exactly, dude. This is what I'm talking about. This terracing is amazing because we've shown terraced hillsides and mountains that we've told you guys are buildings. They're terraced. The whole thing is the building. And that is a good example of it right there. Even though it's only like four steps up, but still gives you an idea of what we're talking about here.
Yeah. But again, she found one spot and there's one brick right in the middle. Just crazy. But look, now they're all stony looking. Look, it's not even straight.
That is crazy looking. That looks a lot like Pompeii. The walls that you see in the houses at Pompeii, where it one part of the wall be just fine. Look at how wavy it got and collapsing on itself like that. That's just amazing looking. Wow.
You can see that these big blocks were part of a structure or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this how can it? We know what she tried to explain. How can it's still in the cage? You know, look, a brick still in this cage.
Strange.
Yep.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
And then look at it. Look.
Look at it. Look, it's all straight now. Yeah.
What?
And there's no cage. The same thing, but there's no cage. Yeah. Yeah, maybe this summer I will try to go to the place I wanted to go like 2 years ago. I hope I have the time to go there and film because it's crazy. It's a random place in the woods, but there's like an old building and waterfalls, and it's been.
I wonder what this place must have looked like in its glory day. Look at the rocks popping out there. That's just like Pompeii, because in the streets of Pompeii, you have the cooked out streets, and then you have some of them that ballooned out of their position, just like this.
Yeah. Just like this. And then you can see that you cannot move any. Look, it's deep. It's very deep in it.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Oh, one brick.
Oh, yeah. No, Jeremy and I saw 2 fused bricks when we were up at Chiha a couple times ago. Actually, it's from the video, I think, that you posted recently, or you have on one of your channels, Shapu.
Oh, yeah. I posted on Mark's
yes.
The ground channel.
Yeah. And there we found 2 fused bricks in the middle of the creek waterfall thing up there. Jeremy,
Yeah.
I know you're listening. You know what I'm talking about. Because he kept saying, I just want to find one brick. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, look right here. There's a freaking 2 bricks fused together in the middle of the creek on Mount Chiha, off at where the waterfall is. I mean, there's no other bricks around, no structure, no nothing that would warrant any modern thing for this 2 bricks to be fused together. And you could tell that they were cooked out, but they still retain their reddish brown color and stuff.
Oh, here.
Oh, look at this.
Look at how the bottom is fused. Look, she tried to move one. But you will see, look at this.
Yeah. This looks like cobblestone roads.
Yeah, exactly. Look, it's all one piece.
Wow. Something came up through here and it hit that one part really hard where all those bricks were popping out. What is all that?
No, it's all nice.
Yeah, that's the modern stuff. Yeah. Which is probably just covering up all the old stuff that was there and they just, cemented over it and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, see, guys, that looks like regular old rock, okay? Rock that you would find out in your backyard. And we are telling you that, yes, it used to be brick.
You can see, like, is it here? Like the chain is going inside of a rock.
Oh, yeah.
See, here the transition is fused.
Yeah. What the heck?
Yeah, the chain is going in.
What does that mean?
Just, I don't know. It's been melted and fused together. I don't know.
How old is this chain?
They don't, and she doesn't know either because this wall is pretty old, And it's pretty thick chain, so it's, I don't know.
Look at that. That's a fucking melted brick right there.
Yeah, between the chain again. So the chain was there a long time ago.
Or not that long ago at all.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing, is that it wasn't that long ago. It has to be within the last 200 to 300 years at least.
Yeah, exactly on the time that we have set the previous event. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see just this place is just crazy, and she finds a lot of evidence again.
That's a good one. Oh, there's no right angles in nature.
Yeah. So people
that means it has to be a building. If there's no right angles in nature, then it has to be a building, guys.
Yeah. So people just go out and go explore a new place, and you find something like this.
Dude, before John Levy came onto the whole melted building scene, I remember it was 2.5 years ago, maybe almost 3 years ago now. He was out walking around with his dog in the middle of fucking nowhere, and all of a sudden he picks up a brick. He's even like, what's this doing here?
Yeah. Look at this spot. Look at this melt flow here.
Oh, yeah. I'll be right back, Shapu. I gotta blow my nose.
All right. You can see this is just the continuation of the same wall that we just saw. So people, please go and subscribe to her channel. She finds a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, drop her link one more time in the chat, please. This way, if anybody missed the link, they'll have it. I just love it. Like Deborah the Red Brick Chick, when she started seeing all this stuff and getting into it, she started to realize, holy crap, it's all around me. You go back out into your area that you live in or neighboring areas around you and start looking at things that you totally passed by before without a thought. And it's like, oh, holy crap.
Yeah.
Those aha moments just popping out everywhere at you. And just like Flat Earth and the Mandela effect, you can never go back. You will never not see it, guys. It's there to be seen and it's there to be known. And we should have known this all along, but it's been hidden from us right in front of our faces. Look at that. Totally cooked out wall right there.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
And she showed the mortar. She shows the bricks.
This girl needs a Meltology t-shirt.
Oh, yes, she does. And you can hear when she finds her reactions are priceless. Just like
Nice.
when she first saw her, the melted behind the churches was, and when she found the brick, oh, another one.
Great. It is fun. It's almost like you're finding gold or something. It's that exciting. It's just because you know you've been lied to. The proof is right in front of your face. And even though we know the Earth's flat, it's still to a certain extent hard to prove. This is right in your face. You could touch it. You could show it to people. I mean, we've even brought these materials into our houses and shown them on camera. Shapu has showed great stuff he's found around his area. I've shown brick and different melted stages of brick that I found in my own backyard. So the proof is all around us and we can actually touch it.
Yeah.
Even the Mandela effect, to a certain extent, that's hard to prove. It's hard to get people to see it. But this, you can take somebody tangibly there and say, look, it's right here. You know, it's all around us, everywhere you go. When you drive down the sides of different roads or highways where you see these huge walls of rock faces going along the sides of highways or scenic routes through forests and stuff, you'll see these outcroppings of what they say are natural formations, but they're actually parts of the building sticking out. And you can see it just like this.
Yeah. Just like you found on Mount Chia, look, you can see the mortar line, exactly where it was.
Exactly.
And it's being squished between the two parts.
Now this mortar, whatever it's made out of, turns into what they call today, jackwagon geologists have labeled this material quartz crystal.
Yeah.
It's a type of quartz crystal.
It's salts, it's crystal, it's I didn't really talk about this, but I think that the mortar has really a big part in it too, not only the brick, because the brick it's all cooked. There's still stuff in it, but mostly what's in the mortar still like alive because it's not been cooked. It's just been stirred by a man, you know. So there's something with the mortar. I need to investigate a little bit more, but this is all where the salts and the crystals and everything's came from.
Absolutely. I agree. Everything was something else before the extreme heat event. And a lot of the evidence for it is still all around us. And they've just labeled these things different. They have to tell you that it's quartz crystal. They can't tell you it's a cooked out mortar line because then they would have to tell you that there was an X factor event and some extreme heat event happened. Of course, they would probably say, oh, it was hundreds of thousands of years ago. But then they'd have to work that into the historical and archaeological timeline narrative. So it's much easier for them to say it's just a natural structure that took millions of years to form because you're going to wrap your head around that. It's just like millions of light years away, all this stuff.
Yes. I just want to answer Natalie Wrangler. Yes, we talked about this storm on in the beginning of the show because she said her mother and stepfather are without power. And
well, we're saying prayers for them. Yeah, it seems, gosh, especially like we were saying, for an area that's not used to getting hit like that by stuff, that this is a new phenomenon for these areas. To me, it seems like they've tinkered with the weather so much that when it finally tries to maybe snap back, or maybe they're just tinkering with something somewhere in another location to where now it's pushing the fronts another way into areas where they never were before. or it was just somebody paid a lot of money to throw a few tornadoes around and see what kind of damage that they can create. Because apparently you can order up the weather if you got enough money.
Yeah, exactly.
So
But
it could be a little bit of everything. I don't know.
yeah, like I said, around this area, the towers have been like they're putting up like 1 or 2 every day. It's crazy. I don't even see them working, and the towers there.
That's the creepy part. And we've been saying that for years here in America. These towers, when they go up, nobody ever sees them go up. And it's just all of a sudden they're just there.
Yes.
These guys get in and get out like that. They don't want nothing to do with it. They don't even want to deal with it. They put it up and they run.
Yes. Yeah. But I want to just say, look, you can see that this mortar line squish, squish. But if you continue on, you can see that it goes straight into this one.
Absolutely. Now let's just take a look also at the 3 layered stacks right there in front of us. Right there. It looks like exactly. We see this layering everywhere. We see it in larger forms and smaller forms all over Saudi Arabia, all over, the Dead Sea area, Grand Canyon, everywhere. You will see this layering effect. This is even in Vesuvius and all the volcanoes, supposedly. This is squished down layered brick from the heat and the pressure. It's just layered on top of each other. And when you see it, when it's really, really thin and compacted, it's the weight of the building, the weight of the melt pushing down on itself.
Yeah. So I just want to say, show one more piece, and you can see how flat it was. But look. We just showed the previous video. The guy goes into manhole into this cave. I wonder where this manhole goes.
Oh yeah.
It goes underneath all of this.
Huh. Yeah, I wonder where that goes.
Yeah. Which found awful foundations and.
Look at that.
Right in the woods.
Now, when they do the LiDAR, you can see a lot of stuff on LiDAR when they take away the foliage and the trees and stuff, and even the dirt in the LiDAR, and you can see structure underneath. These people, man, they know a lot of stuff. Now, there could be a lot of surveyors out there that do this for other companies. They're just like, oh, well, it's probably some ancient Indian, structure or something like that. And then they blow it off and go on. They don't even know what they're looking at,
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Did you or did you not find the patches?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So the last show we were going to show the patches that the military has for the special elite unit of bombardiers to go in and bomb volcanoes. Just like they have the space patches and all this other stuff, they have patches for the people who bomb volcanoes. Yes, it is a real thing. They bomb volcanoes, just like we said. They've been doing this ever since they invented airplanes. Okay, yeah, so there's one.
This is the new one that they have remade.
Okay.
But this is the original one from the.
Now, I like this one because this one almost makes it look like it's going directly into the volcano.
Yeah.
Where their excuse was what they were trying to bomb the lava flows to redirect them into other areas so they wouldn't cause as much damage. And even the supposed volcanologist agreed that what they were trying to do would not be successful, yet they still continued to do it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And I found this place. I didn't look at it, but you ever heard about what's it? The Chorokoishia Heritage Site. Look how big it is. It's a big mountain. Again, they just dug up.
What?
It's a new site.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah. And it's big. It's all melted like crazy. Look at
And
this.
where's this at?
I'm not sure where it is. Maybe in Cyprus, I think.
Look at that. That's all cooked out brick, guys.
Yeah. Look at this.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah. You see a lot of this. Now, see where it's really cooked out there and all fused together. If that was underwater, they would just say that's coral reef.
Oh, yeah. Again.
Look at that brick.
Yeah, you can see still some of are looking still bricky, but some are not.
That's very bricky.
Yeah.
Instead of what's his name? Mike Brady saying that's very true. You should say that's very bricky.
Very bricky.
It's very bricky.
Yeah, and on the last show, you the video the guy that taught, I can't remember the guy, the Bible guy. You know, we talked about places, and I went to look at the OSAP Castle.
Yes, I remember him mentioning that.
And where did I put it? Shit.
That's okay. I think we're going to take a quick break, and this way you'll give you time to find that. And because I have to go to the bathroom and check on my kitties. Let's see here. I'm gonna
do you have any more stuff that you found this week? Or?
No, I showed all my stuff. I took the first hour this time. So, yeah, do you want to take a break or? Because I wanted to look at that castle, the USEP castle.
Okay, yeah, we can.
Yeah, I just want to put a song on. I'm going to take you out of screen share for a minute, or actually, I'm just going to put the song on while you're looking, I guess.
Yes, all right.
All right, we'll be right back.
This song about the Babylon system. Listen to the lyrics of this song. We be loving unity. Like this is time. We be loving unity more than hate and jealousy. Yeah. Like this is time. We need education more than bullets and bombs. Like this is time. We need to care for the young and old more than silver and gold. Like this is time. We have to wake up and change the world. As a result of 2,000 years of hypocrisy, ego-driven leaders in pursuit of property, power and wealth and fame, oppressing and murdering, killing all in God's name. Iniquity spread across the nation. Humanity is into separation. In the midst of a darkest hour, we rise to reclaim our power. In this time, we love and unity more than hate and jealousy. Yeah. In this time, we need education more than bullets and bombs. Say we not give up, not give up, not give up. Oh no, we not give it, not give it, not give up. Mission using dirty politicians, brainwash education, war on religion, racial division, food with no nutrition. Hey, this is the Babylon system. Their intention to use all the wicked invention, all the propaganda promoting consumerism, and silent distraction, only misdirection to break high and high connection. But if you want come from me, make you know say what I want. This is how I get you ready for the Armageddon. I'm in for the revolution. Power by love and compassion. Cause if we go at them with weapons, then they have more guns. Go at them with money, then they have more funds. With unification, then time soon done. We owe to our daughters and sons in a decent time. energy, more than hate and jealousy. Yeah. Now this is time. We need education, more than bullets and bombs. Now this is time. We need to care for the young and old, more than silver and gold. Now this is time. We have to wake up and change the world. Now this is time. We need love and unity, more than hate and jealousy. Yeah. Now this is time. We need education, more than bullets and bombs. Now this is time. We need to care for the young and old, more than silver and gold. Now this is time. We have to wake up and change the world.
Okay, we're back. All right, what do we got here?
Back.
Oop. All right, Chapu, is this your castle? What's it called?
I'm not sure. This is
Oh, look at that.
Osap Castle.
And this is in Jordan, or I think it's in Israel?
Yeah, in Turkey.
Around the Dead Sea?
It's in Turkey.
Turkey, okay.
Yeah, just seeing this flag that it was talking about. It was a melted castle, but it is. You can see. I'll zoom in. It's coming up.
Here it comes. There it is.
And Steve was wondering if you were going to show the Satan's castle on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send it to you though, Chapu, so because my Facebook's glitching with my StreamYard, so I had to close it out. So you keep going with these, I'll send it over to you.
But you can see here the transition. You see, you don't build just loose brick on top of a rock, you know. It was all one piece at one time. And this is obviously been refurbished. You can see that it's not even the same. But look at this part here.
All right, I'm going to share this other thing with you that I didn't get to show the full thing of last week. And I'm sending you Steve's thing too.
Okay, look at this. This is the bottom part of it. And you can still see like arches, some red bricks, some brick lines in the rock here. Again, straight angles. One broken piece, you can see the brick inside. And it was all melted. No more mortar.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yep.
Yeah, you can see, look.
See how that wall's going sideways and sticking, like, you know,
Yep.
it's janky and sideways now? We saw the same sideways looking wall sticking out of the ground at Mount Chiha.
Yeah, I remember the first video you did. You went into the woods and you found like the brick lines under a rock and these kind of formations. Like,
Yeah,
do you still have that video?
Hold on. Look at that. Go back to that round thing on the ground there. That's like one of those round pieces to a column. See how it's got the donut? It looks like a piece of Crowley column right there.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Yeah. But the historian will say this is the wheel that caveman invented. You know?
Yeah, we found it with the missing link. It's the wheel. It's right here.
Yeah. They're crazy, these guys.
The video with the mortar lines. Actually, the video that you just posted of me doing that little exploration with him in the woods is where that's at. I can show you right where it is in the video.
Oh, okay. It is the one. It's on the second one. Okay.
Yeah, it's on two of them actually, because 2 times I've been to that location. So it's on the video that you just posted recently, and on an earlier video that I had done.
Okay.
And it's got a lot of good pictures at the end of that video that show the mortar lines all over the place. So we might have to check that out.
Yeah, we could check it out.
And I just sent you Steve's Devil's Castle thingy. Satan's Castle. I keep saying Devil's Castle.
Yeah, look at this.
It was a very interesting story that he had to tell me about this. These are all screenshots that are in this link of his, but they're from a video of the guy who was going up there to camp out. All kinds of crazy stuff happened.
All right. I was wondering what was this, but I just saw like.
Oh yeah, it's just melted down and over.
Yeah, but there's a guy with a wheelbarrow.
Oh, look, he's throwing stuff down there.
Yeah, just throwing stuff, the sand or.
I see him. Yeah.
Because they do a lot of refurbishing on these places.
Yeah, man, tourism is big money.
Yeah. You remember like the rock that they say they showed like this mortar with the old everywhere.
Oh yeah, the indentations of the brick. Yep. Wow. Look at the heat, how it just chewed right up. You guys, you can see now the heat damage and you can just imagine in your head it getting hotter and hotter and expanding out and bubbling out. Like, to me, it reminds me of like when you're cooking something in a pan. You know what I mean? How you get it to cook out and bubble up and stuff and change the formation. It's so evident here. I don't know how people can't see it if they can't see it.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Zoom in on that bottom part there where it's going like sideways there. Yeah, look at that. Yep. You got to imagine, guys, this thing's melting down, crushing down on itself and starting to slope sideways.
Yeah. But only this part, because like I said
it looks
before,
like ice cream.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you make ice cream melt in your plate, the top part just drops with the bottom, but the bottom just is liquid and goes sideways.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can see like, ow. It's just amazing. How can people do not see it? I don't know. And look, you can see the brick wall right in between there.
Oh yeah.
It's just, well, we can't not unsee it, like you always say.
Yeah, you can't ever go back. You can't go back from this once you see it. And you see it everywhere, guys. It's like when you buy a new car and then you see the same car that you bought everywhere and you just always see it. It just pops out at you. It's just like that. You can't see it.
Exactly.
Oh, look at that. That's a money shot right there. Look at that, guys. Boom, baby. That's extreme heat event right there. It's amazing how they twisted our perception to their will, to what they want us to see. And all this has been right here in front of our faces this whole time.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at how it was melting down from that wall right there and then downward. You could see it running down, right? Running down. Look at that. Look at that melt. Wow.
Look here. Didn't even see the spot here.
Oh, there's another little pocket of survival there on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to also mention there's a song called I'd Like to Stop the World and Melt with You. It's from the 90s, I guess. And it's kind of like a love song in a way, but there's this one little verse in there. I'm going to have to bring up the lyrics so I can read it. Oh my God, look at that. Is that the other side of it? Holy crap.
The same, look.
Oh, yeah, it is the same.
The same guy throwing sand down, and look
at
it's all the sand that they threw down.
Hold on, what do you want? Stop. Oh my God, my cat is clawing my chair. Okay, give me 1 second, Shapu. Keep showing that.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
Come on, what do you want? Come here.
Yeah, where am I? I lost my... Oh, here. So I never used like this bar, but I found it really helpful. So I don't have to go back. Look at this melt. It's just crazy. Yeah. Nobody builds like this. Do I have like another place? No, this is not just other places. Other places. This place, I don't know where it is yet. It's pretty interesting. Look at this wall here going right into the mountain. There's some remains there, and this I don't. It's not a dragon, but could look like one. But this looks like an old wall, just muffed up wall.
Okay, I'm back. He wanted me to feed him again. There's this little ritual that we do when there's feeding time, and I skipped one of the processes, so now we had to go down and do that.
Wow, yeah.
Yes, he's very ritualistic when it comes to, when he wants to be fed. There's a procedure that we need to follow, and if anything gets skipped along the way, he's not happy about it. Okay, here's the lyric. It says, I want to melt with you. Okay, moving forward, using all my breath, making love to you was never second best, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and then it says down here, I'll stop the world and melt with you. You've seen the difference. It's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt with you. And then here's the key. It says, dream of better lives, the kind which never hate. You should see why. Dropped in the state of imaginary grace, you should know better. I made a pilgrimage to save this human race.
Yes.
You should see why. Never comprehending the race that long gone by. So why would he put that in the middle of this love song? Okay, and let me read that again. Okay, it says, dropped from imaginary grace, you should know better. I made a pilgrimage to save this human race. You should see why. Never comprehending the race that long gone by. How about that, guys? That's in the middle of this freaking song.
Yeah. Wow.
To stop the world and melt with you. So there's that.
Yeah.
Melanie says that song will never be the same now.
I had like a staircase in the OSAP castle. I don't know where it is now. Look, again, melted bricks. And this is the castle from afar.
Oh. Thank you, Natalie. I was going to play the video, but, I don't want to get any issues on copyright or anything. So I just figured I'd read the lyrics. Who knows? There's probably a brick wall in that video somewhere, just like Tom Petty. Tom Petty making love to that brick wall. He's molesting it. Oh, what do we got? Melted steps?
Yeah, melted steps on the Hosap Castle.
Yeah, this place is muffed up.
Yeah.
So he mentions this, talking about Meltology. He doesn't call it Meltology, but he's talking about melted structures, melted cities, melted castles, and this was one of the ones he mentioned. If you didn't watch my last live stream and you don't know what I'm talking about, it's I'll find the link for it and try to put it in the chat here. It's something about the 7,000-year timeline deception. So I'll find it.
Hosap Castle. Just another one of these melted places. There's so many. It's crazy. It's been like what now since the group? 2 years, 2 years and a couple of months.
See, that's the other thing.
Sorry, that was me. I apologize. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, Shapu. I'm going to share this link to the 7,000-year timeline deception where the guy talks about melted buildings and cities in this castle, Yusuf Castle in Turkey. And you guys can watch it at your own leisure. I started it last week at the 12-minute mark because that's where he gets into talking about melted cities. Of course, you can listen to it at your own leisure at length. So I can't share it myself right now because I have to send it to Shapu so he can share the link. I'm sorry to do this to you, Shapu, but it's just the way it is.
Okay, it's nothing.
I'm making you do all the work like Steve. I am always sending him stuff to share because it just doesn't work well for me, StreamYard.
Yeah, I understand, Jen.
Yeah, better question is who carves the steps that way? Who's carving melted steps? Oh, wow. Look at that.
Do you know where this is? This is Go ahead.
I don't know.
No. It's the cave underneath Vesuvius.
Oh, you mean the Oracle Caves?
Yeah, did we show it on the last show, or
we showed a little bit of Baea.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I didn't see this section.
No, this is the one I sent you just before the last show.
Okay, well, let's check this out.
Yeah, but the link is probably in in the chat, our conversation. I have to go check it up. But this is what the main picture that they showed: a flooring inside a cave. You know, it tells a lot. And what is this? Just another place I found. Another one of LeeAnn's.
Wow.
And this is in Peru. Sexy woman.
Sexy woman.
Yes,
Thank you,
sexy
Shapu.
woman.
Sexy mom and sexy woman.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to get over to the stuff that I sent you. I want to look at Steve's Satan's Castle because that's a series of pictures. I think a nice amount of pictures.
Did you send me into on Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook Messenger. Didn't it go to you? Hold on, let me check.
I know I can find it in the group, I guess.
Oh, no. Go back to your messages. Go back to your messages. We'll start off with this. Scroll up to your messages to where it says 20-mile long pre-flood wall. Do I have a different Shapu than you? Where's all the stuff I sent you? Here, look, I'm going to send you a target right now. Did you get that?
No.
Are you on my site? Are you on? I don't know. That's not you, is it?
No, you didn't. I didn't receive anything from you.
No, I just sent you 2 messages. That's weird.
Was it me?
No, really, it says Shapu. It's you. I don't know what's going on.
Really? No.
It's muffed up. Maybe there's no internet connection here or something. I don't know what's going on.
Just send me again, but I'm at this post right now. So.
Okay, so the last one that you got from me was the guys, the Czech Republic people going to that underground chamber.
Yes.
And then I sent you 3 other things, and you haven't gotten them.
Pretty weird.
That is weird. Okay, well.
But I have this, the Satan's Castle.
Yes.
I went to yeah.
Okay, so this is his post. Yeah, this is the guy that's camping up there, and he had all kinds of issues while he was camping with the locals. But this is pretty interesting. It looks just about as chewed up as the last castle we looked at.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Where it is, like nowhere.
Yeah, like who's climbing out there and building that?
Yeah.
That's just a little pocket of survival of what's left of this whole area, guys. The whole area, not just this little spot.
Yeah, all of this. You can see like arches everywhere and openings and walls.
Oh, yeah.
just like this one around all this place. And roads.
Oh, this horse is like following him. It's like, wait up, buddy, I'm coming with you. This guy climbed all the way up here in this foreign country to go camp out up in this thing and got harassed by the locals and shot at because they thought he was a terrorist. He was a white devil terrorist from America. Oh, God, I'll probably get shut down for saying that. Yeah, nobody goes up here. But look at this brickwork. Oh, my gosh, it looks like every other place we've been to.
No, yeah.
Wow. Now, if we were underground, they'd say that's a mine because it's all bricked up on the walls.
Yeah.
These are really good screenshots, Steve. I know he was screenshotting us through the video, which is what I do. I'll watch these kind of videos and just screenshot. Where my phone says you're out of storage. Wow. Now that whole area is muffed up. Wow.
So in what...
Again, it looks terraced as well, like the terracing that we see. Even through the Grand Canyon, you see this, guys. Wow.
In which country was this? Do you know?
I don't remember. Steve, do you remember what country this was? It says link to Satan's Castle video. He just dropped the link in here to the video. What country was this in, Steve?
Yeah, I'm looking at the link right now, but I can't see. Oh, yeah. Northeastern Turkey. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Because Turkey has so many places.
Yeah, Turkey is crazy. You know what's interesting is that some of those towers in Bologna, remember Bologna, Italy had all those towers and they don't even know what the heck they're for because they're resonators. That's why. There's some of those that are still standing too. There's like about 9 or 10 of them left, maybe 13 at the most.
Yeah. But,
there used to be like over 70, I think, at one time.
Yeah. On the really old picture drawing, you can see that.
And they're very close to one another. It's not like they're spread apart. It almost looks like skyscrapers.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Cooked out.
Cooked out, yeah.
Big time. See, geologists will just put this, the more muffed up it is, that's more ancient. And then on top of that, they put in weather erosion.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's how they explain away all this stuff. They like Tom Petty says, we got something, we know about it. We don't talk too much about it, and somehow we get around it. Okay? This is what they do in the history books, geology books, and all this stuff like that.
Yeah, it summarizes really nicely.
What do you think about that Tom Petty video?
Well, I cannot add anything that you said because...
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm reaching. I mean, I see what he's doing. I mean, it's pretty obvious once you know about the brick and these buildings and stuff and the old world and the narrative, it makes perfect sense what he's saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know, many of these artists they do stuff unconsciously. I can't even say this word.
Yeah, I think he knew exactly what he was doing.
I don't know.
He never even let go of the wall once. If he wasn't touching it, he was leaning on it. If he wasn't leaning on it, he was rolling along it. You know what I mean? It's like he couldn't let go of it.
I know. But these guys, you know, they played music all their life, and that's what they do, you know. To be...
He has to know. He's in the club. They all know.
Yeah. I want
They're like, hey, guess what, guys? The Earth's flat. And not only that, all this shit, it's really buildings.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you get to those upper levels. This is the shit they tell you.
Yeah, man. But sometimes when you write songs and things, sometimes you get like lines in your head. You don't even know where they come from, but you just write it and it makes sense when you don't know why. And until the day that you do, you know. I don't know if you know what I mean, but and
Yeah.
I've seen it many times. I even wrote things when I was like 16. I didn't even know what I was writing, you know. And when I read it today, it makes sense in another way. It's just crazy. Just like
Yeah,
this
I mean,
song.
look at that song by, I Want to Stop the World and Melt with You. I've sung that song many times and stuff. I've never realized what I was singing or saying, or you know what I mean. And now it makes sense.
Yes, exactly. And that song, Black Hole Sun from Soundgarden. If you see Chris Cornell, he talks about it. He doesn't even know what he wrote. That's what he's saying, you know. But as we look at it more, we kind of figured out what he was saying. But what he was saying,
I'll tell you what, Black Hole Sun video, if you watch it just straight, not doing nothing, you watch that shit and you're like scratching your head at the end of it, like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah, exactly.
You do some mushrooms, at least 7 grams for me anyway, 7.5 grams, and then watch Black Hole Sun. It's like, holy crap, it's the best video in the whole fucking world.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. It's it all makes sense now. You got to be on shrooms to watch this shit.
Oh, yeah.
They make it for that. You sit back and you wonder, why would they make a video like this? It doesn't even make sense. It's because you need to be on the shrooms to see the video. They know what they're doing when they make the videos like this.
Yeah. Do I have something else? Well, I probably do, but this is the place that I was talking about, like in the caves, the caverns. There's upper level here. There's another tier here.
That's exactly what we were seeing down there. Yes.
Yeah. They walk on the straight road, but you can see like openings up. Yeah.
Why is nothing going to you? I can't believe you didn't get these.
No, I didn't get anything. Did you send?
I'm sending it to you through my phone.
I'm not getting
anything.
anything.
I just heard one come in.
Really?
Yeah, I heard it ping on your end.
Oh, yes, I've got one.
I'm sending you another one then. And then I'm going to send you another one so you can drop this link in the chat for the 7,000 year timeline deception. And then we just looked at Steve's Devil's Castle, Satan's Castle. Gosh, I can never get that thing right. So the 20-mile long pre-flood wall, I didn't get to show that last time.
The Texas one?
Yeah, the Texas one. I wanted to show it real quick. And the timeline deception one, we'll just, there you go. You dropped that. Thank you. Yeah. So guys, last year, listen to me. Last week, we showed the timeline deception, 7,000 year timeline deception part 2. This gentleman, I can't even think of his name off the top of my head. I'm relatively new to his work, but to my surprise, he was talking about melted cities and the biblical nature of it. So it starts at 12-minute mark, or listen to the whole thing, but he's got some pretty interesting information. I thought you guys might like to hear it. I played parts of it at the end of the show last week. This here is in Texas. It's Rockwall, Texas, right?
Yes.
Okay. Look at this thing. Let's pause it right there. This same thing is up at Mount Shiha, and it's everywhere you go, guys. You can see this driving down the road on the side of the highway. But this is 20 feet down in the ground, running, I forget how many miles they said that this runs. 20 miles, maybe, something like that?
I don't remember.
All right, we'll play it. Just keep playing.
20 miles, yes.
Okay. They're calling this a pre-flood rock wall. Look at this, guys. Somebody dug it up on their property, and they found that it kept going and going and going. And they're admitting it's a wall. Okay. Not sedimentary layers, but a wall.
Yeah, I think Mystery History, is that what the channel is called? Made a video about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You
it's
know,
been on a few different shows like that. Yeah. Oh, what's he got? A brick in his hand?
yeah, so they say they tested the rock, but I don't know what they wanted to know.
Very interesting. 20-mile long wall. It kind of reminds me of buildings being interconnected. We talk about the Great Wall of China and different places like that being the very tops of buildings that were, I mean, the Great Wall of China, what they have of it so far, whatever's left of it, is about 7,000 miles long or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like 4,000 miles of it, and then another 3,000 or 4,000 miles of it's broken one spot. But that could have very well been the tops of those buildings interconnected, and you would never touch ground level. You can just keep walking across these buildings.
Yep.
Look at that. Oh, is that brick? It sure looks like brick to me. See, this is part of the wall popping out on people's properties. That doesn't look any different than the wall we just looked at in that girl's video. What's her name? The link we shared?
LeeAnn.
Yes, LeeAnn's video. Same thing.
Yeah.
Look at this. And they're admitting this is a wall. This was built by human hands, okay? So what makes this any different from jackwagon geologists' sedimentary layers?
Yeah. Yes, Melanie, parrotfish.
Oh,
That's where the sand come from.
don't get me started on parrotfish. I'm gonna shit out an island myself when I heard that. Parrotfish eat coral. Okay, what is coral? We already talked about coral, right? They eat coral, and then they poop out sand. That happens to, they poop out so much sand that they create islands. This is where the islands come from now. Okay, now we have marine jackwagon geologists telling us where fucking islands come from. The poop of parrotfish.
Yeah. I can't even believe that that they believe this.
They laugh when they tell us. It's like, let's see if they'll believe this one.
Oh yeah. It's crazy.
I can see it on Jeopardy. They'll be like a conglomeration of sand in one location, and you hit the button. You say, "What is parrotfish poop?"
Yes.
Somebody will hear that on Jeopardy tomorrow.
What is it? Sand? No.
What is a parrotfish?
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, Mystery History. Yeah. Now I just remembered. Yeah, Mystery History has a nice video about the Texas wall.
Yeah, I'd probably get in trouble if I played that on here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I want to do real quick. Bring up the video that you posted of my exploration with Jeremy, and we'll skip through to the part where that the parallel mortar lines are underneath that rock. And then we'll skip to the very end where we see the pictures going through the last, minute of the video at that part.
I think it's on Mark's group. Yeah.
Look, Steve says, I'll take parrotfish poop for 500, Alex. Jen for the win. No, they're going to say, it'll say on the questions, the study and exploration of melted buildings. You'll be like, what is meltology? I'll take meltology for 200.
That would be a nice category.
Oh, yeah.
Meltology. Yeah, I'll just bring the original video instead. So.
Okay.
It's gonna
2
take,
hours and 30 minutes. Boom, baby. Hey, Heather, you barbecuing chicken for the family? We love chicken. Love me some chicken.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
Oh,
44 people here. What's up, everybody? Machine Head 69's in the house. Stacy Daisy's here. RT's here. Yeah, parrotfish. I thought it was a Mandela effect too, because I heard of parrotfish, but I never heard that they poop out islands. Okay, like they say they poop out 7 pounds a year of sand. Like, and I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's like, come on. And they look like they're like prehistoric fish or something. Like, not that there's even prehistoric fish. I don't even know what the hell these things are. They look like, I don't know. They look like they smacked their head up against a brick wall a few times. They're not real flat. Yeah, Melanie, I almost pooped out an island. It happens once in a while, especially after I eat lasagna.
where did I put your video?
I don't know.
I know.
I know. It might be on Odysee.
No, I have it like in my computer. This is where when I found it, I said, "Oh, I should put it in the group." But yeah, maybe I made a link, so I'll go directly in the group, I guess.
All right. So Steve put the link in for that castle where the guy tells his whole story and what happened to him going up there. So it sounded pretty entertaining. I haven't watched the video, but Steve told me all about it. So it's definitely worth a watch for sure. I'm sure you'll see a lot of really cool stuff along his travels up there and stuff.
So do you want me to put the sound or not?
No, we don't need the sound, I don't think.
So it was on my no, it was directly from your video. Yeah.
How long is this thing?
30 minutes.
Oh, it's 30 minutes. Okay, so you'll have to go through the video probably halfway at least. Skim through it. It's right after I get over a creek. I'm looking out over all that stuff. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, it's coming up there somewhere.
I don't know why it doesn't start.
Okay, go back a little because we went past it at this point.
Okay.
Go back a little bit. Back a little bit more.
Oh, okay. I just saw it.
Okay.
Right there. Yeah.
All right, guys. So we found this. We climbed up here, and I spotted it immediately the first time we came here. I almost fell out on the ground when I saw this, and I fall all the time when I'm up there. Anyway, I have a huge bruise on my butt cheek right now from being up there and falling. But hey, it's worth it. But yeah, I go in here and look at the mortar lines. You're going to see parallel running mortar lines under the underbelly of this melted brick wall. Clearly. Again, there always seem to be spaced out the same distance. Sorry, my camera's just a little crazy at this point, but you'll see it in just a second. There we go. And there they are.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then as it continues, I go around to the front underneath this thing on the other side, and there's cooked out brick laying on the ground.
Yeah, and I found similar formation right in my area too. Straight line just like this.
Yeah, they're everywhere to be found.
Oh yeah.
Once you see them, guys, you're going to see them everywhere. Yeah, Steve, this is on Mount Cheeha. It's not an easy location to get to. It's one of the harder trails. But just down here, in just a second, I'm going to show you underneath this rock that we were just looking under on the front side of it. And this was in the ground here. It's a real smooth piece. It was extremely smooth. Very brick looking. And then there was a cutout here in the rock, like this strange cutout of the rock. And then you got this here, which clearly looks like red brick. And then in here is more brick laying on the ground.
Yes.
It's just laying there. I mean, come on. We were looking for that aha brick moment, and it was around the other side and then here. And I'll show them to you guys. These are just laying there on the ground, cooked out brick. Mount Cheeha was a building all day long. Look at that. Yep, there it is. And you know what I think? When you still see the red there, and it's mixing with the mortar that becomes this crystal, this quartz crystal. I think that's when they call it rose quartz crystal, because it has some of the red in it.
Yeah.
That makes it look like that pinkish color.
Yes.
And there's another mortar line right there, big one. And there's that. See that? Pause it right there. Yes, see that right angle? Yeah, exactly. I never picked that one up, but there it is. I noticed it in the video. I'm like, why didn't I grab that out of the ground? But guys, there's no right angles in nature. That means this is man-made. Okay, so let's scroll to the end when I start showing the pictures. A little bit further. All right, there you go. Well, that's actually the cooked out house that's at Mount Cheeha. And from here, the water source, we track this back to where the water source is. And it's just a little spring coming out of the ground at the top of the mountain. There's no other water source up there feeding anything water or anything.
And there's nothing higher than this
Nothing.
place.
Exactly. This is the highest point in Alabama, actually. And they say that this is... like they made this up there, you know, like back when they were making the roads up here and stuff, that this was an old house or something, but it's cooked out brick just like everywhere else we see. You could tell. Okay, it should be coming up here and just maybe go up just a little bit more to the pictures. There you go, a little bit more.
Yeah, the place I wanted to go to, it's just like your place here in Mount Cheeha, and it was a park. And since last year, you cannot go up there with. There used to be a road with you can go with your car, but now they blocked it off. So you have either to walk there, and it's really far from the main road, or take a bike to go there. And I don't know why. They
made it really difficult now for people to even get to it.
But there was a lot of complaints from the people, and they signed a petition to unblock the place. I don't know what's the result of it, but I hope they just unblock it, because I don't want to walk.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really, really high. And from this place, you can see like New York from this mountain.
So this is up on Cheeha still. Some of the stuff that I was seeing, just beyond these branches are two mortar lines that you can see running parallel to each other on the rock face. There you go. Again, here's more mortar lines from what was a brick wall that is now all melted and muffed up.
You can see one right there.
Yep, and there always seem to be the same space apart, just like a regular brick wall.
again.
I like to go up there when it's not so sunny because there's no shadowing and you can see things a lot better. That is the brick that we found in that little waterfall area that looked like two bricks fused together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there we flipped it over. Yeah, you can see that seam.
Yeah.
That's it there. You can see it looks like one brick on top of the other one with the seam in the middle. This was just sticking out of the ground, you know.
Nope.
And look at this. We're walking along the trail. There's a tree stump root going across the trail, and then there's that. And that was laying on the ground along the trail. You can see the brick with the mortar still on it.
Yeah.
Here you can see how this wall was melting down over itself. You can see how it stopped mid-melt. Has those expansion holes in it from the heat expansion. And look at the mortar lines. Just they're everywhere up there, guys. Everywhere. Look at these ones.
Nice.
And that's the money shot. There again. That's it.
And subscribe.
Maybe you could drop this link in the chat as well.
For sure.
If you want to rewatch it in its entirety, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I think my video it really looks like yours. I don't remember. Is it this one? No, this one. There's a place that I go. Look, this is around my place.
Oh wow! Look at that! Oh my gosh! Look at that! Wow! Looks like Tetris.
Yes, you can see all the lines everywhere.
Wow!
And I go inside like the crack, and you can see like exactly the same right here. Is it right here? Look at these lines here.
Oh yeah, I see them. Yep.
This melts.
There's some red right there too.
Yeah. But when I go, is it inside? It's like a flat wall, and you can see all the lines. Oh, this one. But right there.
What? Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Look at that. That looks just like that rock wall in Texas that they were just showing us underground.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
You can see holes and viscous holes everywhere.
Wow.
This.
Yep. Hey, Algo. Yeah, this is just like Chiha.
Yeah.
And this is close to where you're at?
Yes, like
Nice.
10 minutes from my place.
Yeah.
Now I often go biking around the trails around it, but I never stop to go up the hill and look at it closely. So, and you can see on top of it, it's all melted. Like it's so smooth. Look, it's shiny.
Oh yeah, that's when you know it was viscous. When it viscosity or vitrified. When it has that glazing look to it, it's
Really
vitrified.
Yeah.
And that's extreme heat to do that, guys. Extreme. We're talking well over 5,000 degrees.
And I'm sorry, my camera doesn't flip.
Oh, I was getting dizzy there for a second. There we go. Look at that.
Yeah, just sticking out. Just like this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I go into this is the first place I went, and the other place is like maybe 10-15 minutes further, but it's deeper in the wood, and it's a little bit different.
Wow, look at that. Look at that. That's Brooke right there. You just passed Brooke. Go back.
I think I go back.
Look right there.
No, I don't.
Oh my gosh, that's brick right there. It's like literally, that's like stacked up brick. Right there.
Yeah, right there.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect. Yep, right there.
I was showing like this. It's all melted.
Yeah. The thing about these leaves, man, they're slippery. You just can't see what's under them. You tread and then you slide down, and that's where I usually have my issues.
Yeah, you got to be
Land on my
careful.
ass. I have a huge bruise and scratch on the side of my leg too, besides my butt, where I almost impaled my leg with a tree because when I slid down and fell on this ledge, there was a tree branch, an old tree branch sticking out, and my leg went right into it. Like this thing could have went right through my whole fucking leg.
Yeah. There's a bunch of trees everywhere in these places, and you don't even know if there's holes in between, like the leaves, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just fall into it.
Look at that. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks identical to the landscape at Chiha. Absolutely. These buildings are everywhere, guys.
And you can set up now if you will see on this one that it goes on and for a bit. It's not this one. And you can see, look, there's holes like this everywhere. I don't know. You don't even see the bottom of these holes in between the rocks like this.
Yeah, I put my foot through one of those holes climbing up one of these big hills around here. As a matter of fact, I showed it on camera. I got a stick and put the stick down in the hole and told people that my foot it went all the way up to my knee. My foot went in that far. I was like, holy shit. Wow.
Oh, this is where the water.
Oh, water's just coming right out of the rock. Imagine that. Wow.
Yeah, it's coming from up there. But this is right after winter, so.
Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Wow.
And you will see like a brick coming up. I think I've picked this one up, and I'll bring this one. I have it at home.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah, I went to 2 spots like this one and probably go because I had a real camera like and this is from my phone camera. So I tried the 2 because to see the difference of
The
quality.
quality?
Yeah. But my camera, I cannot like flip it. My phone, I cannot flip it and record sideways. I don't know why it doesn't.
Huh.
But you can see this is nowhere, just marshlands.
Dude, that's Dogman territory right there. He likes that swampy shit. There's a lot of Dogman stories in Louisiana and the whole, New Orleans and Louisiana area and stuff. You can find a lot of stories of Dogman down there. They call them Lugaroos and a lot of other strange cryptid creatures down that area.
Yeah, loup-garou is like a werewolf.
Yes, that's what they say. Dogman is described as looking like a werewolf, which is where I think the whole werewolf lore comes from, is Dogman. And I think that they put the transformation thing on it because Dogman looks like a man with the head of a dog and the legs of a dog, but the chest and arms look like a man. So, this is how I think, the whole werewolf lore started, when it's actually these type of cynocephali creatures that may have been here prior to the X Factor event that made it through just like we made it through. Just like this Bigfoot, whatever they are, these hairy men that we saw loading animals onto Noah's Ark. Remember that picture?
Yes.
Hairy man and woman from head to toe. They're like corralling the fucking animals onto the ship, or either that, or they were 2 of the animals, men, 2 by 2 going on. I don't know.
They say the Bigfoot. Yeah, this is all over this place. It's big rocks, and I think I went to another spot. Yeah, following the line.
This is Chapoo's neck of the woods. Where exactly is this location, Chapoo? What's it called?
This is called Beauchamp Lake. It's like it's supposed to be an old quarry, So what were they quarrying back then? There's supposed to be mines or caves everywhere. I didn't find it. I know there's some, but my 2 batteries died on me before I went to the cave.
So this is in Ottawa, though. Ottawa, Canada, right?
No, this is like on the other side of the river of Ottawa. It's called Gatineau.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a wall.
Yeah, it goes all around this place. This brick wall. And I found just like what you found underneath your rock. Those brick lines underneath.
Oh yeah.
The same thing. I'm trying to find where it is. It was so sunny. I think it's further. Yeah, it's further down. I found another one, a big rock. Just there's 2 lines on it. Like it was like 4 blocks. Is it? I think it's this rock here. Look, you can see like the cross right in the middle of it, and it goes to here. But the rock I wanted to show.
Go back.
Oh, yeah.
Go back a tiny bit. You just showed more brick.
Yes, on the upper side. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was muted. I was trying to get you to stop. I was like,
Wow.
oh, look.
Right there, right around this spot.
Yeah, I think it's somewhere where you panned up to look at something and there was brick. It was only a little bit back from where you were. I guess this would probably be it. Maybe it's coming up here.
Yeah, I think you were talking about the upper part here because it's.
Yeah, let me see if you turn your camera up towards it again.
Maybe it was before this place, this spot. Thanks.
I hear.
Yeah, I think I passed it.
Yeah, it was like right up in one of those crevices you were pointing up at. Like maybe somewhere right around there. It's coming up. Like it's like right in here, I guess. Yeah, maybe that's what I was looking at.
Yeah. Right over here.
Yeah.
And you can see like there's lines everywhere that goes. Could be bricks, but where it is bricks.
Yeah, they're always paralleling each other. Like I said, geologists call these things sedimentary layers.
Yeah. And there's this part all like flat and melted.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we have something like this up at Mount Cheehaw. It's called Rock Garden Trail, where you're walking over all this stuff and it's all just melted out rock, a melted out building.
Yeah, it's so smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can rub your face on it and you won't even get scratched.
Mm-hmm. Look at that.
I think it's this place right there in 20 seconds. You can see the flow.
Oh yeah, I see it.
I think
That's like a right angle right there.
Yeah, I think it's the one that you can see like a brick inside of it. Where's it one? You can see like
Oh yeah.
straight blocks.
Oh yeah, I see it. Hey Patricia, are you late? I didn't see you earlier. If you are late, you are severely late. But that's okay. It's better late than never. Melty, you got that right, girl. No, I won't be at Flattoberfest this year. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I will not be there. Just the way it is. I went to 3 of them. I can say I've been to 3 of them, but I don't think I'll be to any more of them. Now, Meltology meetup, that's a whole different ballgame right there. I'm going to have me a Meltology meetup here in Alabama and take all y'all to Mount Cheehaw.
Yeah, that would be great.
And it would be free. Except for, the cost of getting into the mountain, which is like $9 a person. And if we rent cabins, which they have cabins up there, then that would be that expense. But that's up to individuals who would want to do that. I'm thinking about renting a cabin for the weekend and meeting people up there and taking them on these trails and showing them what I've seen so far. Because I know all the trails now. Me and Jeremy have been up there a few times. And we know where there's some really juicy stuff at, like right off the bat that we found. So,
yeah.
Plus, we could all track the water source back from that pond area. That would be fun. Taking people on that little trek back that way to trek the water all the way back, so you guys can see for yourselves. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe doing something towards the end of the summer, maybe in and around the September area, where we're coming out of August. August is very, very hot and humid here. It would not be the greatest time to go up there and do all this. But maybe like September, when the weather starts to break a little, having some type of meetup and pick a weekend and just do it. And they always have I'm going to drop some links for you guys, because they do have, if you haven't seen Mount Cheeha, they have chalets and cabins up there that you can rent. Now, the chalets are a little on the expensive side, but if it sleeps 4 people and you're all sharing the expense, you know, it wouldn't really seem like that much. But the cabins are cheaper and they're really nice. They're very well made and very rustic looking, but modern at the same time on the inside.
Are they the cabins that you went on the first video you did? You remember?
When I was going back behind that trail and the cabins were right there. Yes, those 2 cabins are the ones actually I would like to rent, because they're right on that trail that takes you back to where we found those parallel running mortar lines up underneath the underbelly. It's not an easy trail. It's called Rock Garden Trail. But if you keep going down across the creek, and you can go right out onto the ledge of the building and look out over it. You can see me looking out over it at that one point. So let me copy this link. And I'm going to drop it in the chat. You guys can look at the type of, they even have a hotel up there too. So there's a hotel, plus there's cabins you can rent. Now the hotel are like little bungalows. So, I mean, there's all kinds of options, you know, for whatever type of comfort you're looking for during this thing. Or they have a campground as well. So if you were coming into the area and bringing a camper with you, you can rent a spot and camp instead. So there's all these options up there. It's pretty cool. And I think doing a weekend Meltology meetup would be really exciting. And I could host it because it's here in my area. I've been up to Cheeha. I know where the stuff is. So I'm going to drop this in the chat here if I can get my page to work. My phone just freezed up on me. Don't you love it when that happens?
Yeah.
My phone has been freezing a lot lately. Sorry. All right. Here's the link to Mount Cheeha. You guys can get an idea of types of things. You know, I don't know who's close to me, how far people live, how far away they are, how far they're willing to go to come here to meet up. If you're in the Tennessee, Georgia, Mississippi, even South Carolina, Florida, it would only be a few hours from all those directions to get to where I'm at in Oxford, Alabama, which is where Mount Cheeha is. So I'm just starting to get the wheels turning on this idea. And, you know, I'm going to run it past my husband, call Mount Cheeha and see what kind of deals they have for, you know, rentals and stuff. Of if you come in renting multiple cabins, do they give you a deal or anything? I don't know. I don't know how it all works. I've never done anything like this, but it would be really cool to meet up with everybody. You know, have a cookout, you know, bring all the supplies. They have a store up there and everything. And we can have a good weekend up there, just chilling, going on these trails and checking out the melted building known as Mount Cheeha.
Yeah. I wish I could go.
Meltology field trip.
Last time I went to Florida, we went by car, and it took 3 days from here.
Oh my gosh.
To go back, we did it one shot. We did it took like 30 something hours straight.
That's a lot of driving.
Yeah.
That's a lot of driving.
Yeah. We switched 2 times in the driving. So
15 hours is my limit. I can't go any further. 15 hours is as long as I could drive straight. I mean, you know, you take little breaks here and there, but I've driven to Florida and back by myself. Now my sons both live in Fort Myers, Florida, which is South Florida. So hold on a second. The phone's ringing. Just say hi to the chat real quick.
Yeah, I went close to Fort Myers. It was clear water when I went there. And Mary. Hi, Mary. Hi, Rob. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Meltology meetup, right?
All right, guys, I have got to get out of here and go pick my hubby up. But this was a great show, Shapu. Thank you so much for helping me with all this. I really appreciate you.
No problem, Jen. Oh, you know that. always there to help.
Yep. And if anybody's late, please go back and rewind and watch. We showed a lot of cool stuff. But I do got to get out of here. I love you guys so much. And let it not be said that we stood by and did nothing. I love you guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.